Hi everyone and welcome to the 8th section of the title, Writing Test Cases for Frontend and Backend. In this section, we'll take a look at automated testing for both frontend and backend. Testing is one of the most crucial development workflows. We will also take a look at React Storybooks, which is an amazing tool to develop and visualize your components in isolation. Apart from this, we'll take a look at tools like Jest and Enzyme to test the backend and frontend. Setting up the environment for testing. In this video, we'll do the testing setup and we'll explore React Storybook. React Storybooks allows us to visualize and develop our components in isolation. This library claims to be a tool that allows us to write visual test cases. As we'll see, we can visualize different states of our component. Let us set it up and get started. We'll first need to install the Storybook CLI globally. Now we can run the get storybook command to set up storybooks in our project. It will auto detect our project and do the setup for us. We can see that it has added a few scripts to our package.json file. But before we can run this, we need to set up Babel configuration in Storybooks to match our project setup. To do that, we'll add a Babel RC file in the .storybook folder set up for us by the tool. We'll use the React app preset and relay plugin to match our create React app setup. Now let us explore how we can add storybook visuals for our post component. The first step of doing that would be to update the post component to export post component separately from the relay container. This will make unit testing easier. Then we'll open index.js file in the stories folder created for us by the Storybook CLI, and we can note that it has provided us with a couple of sample stories on its test components. Let us remove the boilerplate code and add similar stories for our post component. We will start by importing React from the React package. We'll also import stories of object from the Storybook package. This helper object will help us to create stories. Next, we'll import the post component. Now we can add stories for the post component. Here we have two stories with different post objects. And here we are testing a post with a short title and another post with a longer title. Let's go ahead and run the storybook now. Here we can see that the stories have rendered. The stories of helper object helps us make the navigation. We can also interact with the post object like we would do in our application. Another awesome feature of Storybooks is that it supports hot reloading. If I go into my stories and change something, it will reflect in the storybook without me having to reload the page. Let us try that. We can see that the change we just made reflected immediately. Storybooks make the component development experience really awesome and allows us to create our components in isolation and iterate over different states of our component with ease.